Puppies. Downstairs. Down. Down, puppies. Down. Hey, go keep behind these dogs. I'm doing my stuff. Go to mama. Go to mama. Alright, sorry guys. Puppies. Get all up in the business. Alright, so today we have some cool stuff. We're gonna fix some nested child routes. So I re-architected out my project, and I'm actually gonna draw it out just so that I can fully understand and showcase on the whiteboard. Pull it out in a second. But before we do that, I want to do a shout out to the 100 front-end interview questions challenge, which is our latest course that is a bestseller in the front-end web development category. It's really helping a lot of people get prepped for their technical interviews with an emphasis on front-end, obviously. So if you're interested in it, you can get it just for $9.99 in the description below. All right. So let's go ahead, now that we've done that, and launch our project. And I'm going to bring out... Oh, shit, the whiteboard's downstairs. I can do it on here. I can draw it out. I put my whiteboard downstairs because April's studying for her for the boot camp. So here's what I'm thinking. Do I have any? Okay, I'm gonna draw it out. You'll see. We're gonna draw out essentially alright. So if we go to our website, or our web app, and we go to here, I've restructured, so it's going to look like nothing's working, but it's because I've actually made my web app much more performant than it used to be. So, I need a couple markers. This will be easier to see with markers. Let me grab a few. Okay, so part of the issue with starting a new project is you don't always know where it's going to go. And so what's happening here, and you know what, maybe it'll make more sense, is that we have, and I'm going to use green for, or red for the initial view, the sort of containerized view. That is our nav. Oh my god, that's supposed to be like an N. So our nav, and we have our footer on every page. Alright, cool. This is essentially container 1 of our application, pre-routing. And that's going to be the same on every page. Cool. Alright, so now what we've done is this is a documentation page instead of a category page. And a documentation page has this next one, which we have our tabs up top, goes across. But then we also have a side nav. Oops. So this is our crumbs. And then we have side nav. And we then have here what I'm now calling resources. So this would be courses, books. All right. So this is essentially container 2. So this was pre-routing. This is initial route of a documentation page. And then in here, we have another router outlet. And this could be a category or a topic or a detail. So because of that, so why did we restructure the app this way? Well, because of that, so this was fine. That the nav and footer was fine because it loads one time no matter what page of the app you're on. But the issue was that we were reloading the side nav, the courses and the books, and the breadcrumbs, regardless of if we were on a cart topic or detail. So, category. So I went from a category like JavaScript to a topic. So I go JavaScript to arrays. It then reloads these. Does an API call for this? Does an API does another API call for resources rather, and then actually re-renders this. But by using nested routes, this nests one route, and then these are child routes of this route, and now we only load the cart topic detail. And so that's why some of our data is not displaying, because we have to fix our child routes. So that's what we're going to be doing today. Hope that makes sense. Alright, cool. Cam up a little bit. I'm working on it. I know you guys want... Look, man, I'm a handsome man. I know you want the camera on me. Alright, cool. So, first thing we have to do is fix our initial routes that were on here. Which should be easy enough. Alright, we got this going. Let me get my music going real quick. Alright, cool. So let's check. Oh, this is, what is this? Oh yeah, resources controller. I think I already pushed this. So let's go to the web app right now. So part of what I ended up needing to do was actually to separate out courses from book. You hear Tech Lead got fired from Facebook? I didn't even know Tech Lead had a job. I just assumed he was self-sufficient at this point in his career. Is that not the case? Alright, so we need to create a service here. Looks like I started it. Alright, so instead of category service, I'm going to call this resource service of Resources service. So why do you, I imagine he announced this, not Facebook. Why did he say he got fired? Alright, so here, set a... He said for having a YouTube channel? I would imagine it's probably for being too open on the YouTube channel, not necessarily. I tell people all the time, and he knows this. He does. But I'm saying it for your guys' stuff is you need to understand that you put yourself in harm's way when you go and put yourself out there. Do I recommend it? Yeah, as long as you are willing to hold back a little bit. That's all. Okay, so let's console.log instead of this category. We'll say this resources. Set this equal to new. All right, let's do this actually. It was a parody, not a real thing. That's what they want you to believe, bro. Huh. So my resource call isn't coming out. So let me do something real quick. What framework am I using? Express and Angular. So it looks like my call to resources isn't resolving. So I'm going to open Video Doc Services. And we're going to see what's going on here. So, get resources by ID. Oh, you know what? No, I did change it. What's going on, Alex? Hope your studying's going well, man. Alright. I gotta see what the issue is here. So I pushed a change to the API without testing it this morning because I didn't have time. And that's what's timing out. So there's probably a small bug. Looking at it, looks fine, but we're going to launch it locally and see what it gives us locally. Good stuff, Alex. Sounds like you're gonna do very well. So let's go ahead and we have a topic, we have a category, we have a detail, and we have the newly. Go ahead and add a folder here, call it resources. And in here we have a add request. This is going to be a get resource. So in here we will have our base URL slash v1 slash, let's see the routes, resources slash JavaScript. And we're going to put that on local. All right. So it's clearly having an issue. So let's see, get resources by ID. And oh, I know. Here it is. Because I returned it like an idiot. Res.send. So what we're going to turn is nothing. I think I found the error. Simple bug. You won't believe how many times I've returned something as API. There it goes. Okay. So now that we've done that, luckily the API is much quicker to push. So like then the actual web app get push Heroku. So that's going to deploy that. Solve our resources bug. Cool. Now let's actually go define a model for resources. Create a new file. I don't like what I did there. You can see how I've restructured the whole application, so this is all green. New file, call it resources dot model dot ts. Export class resources. And in here we'll have a public books of type book array. And then we'll have public courses type course array. I'm thinking I shouldn't have put these in shared. Just the more I think about it, the more I'm like, I think that's a stupid idea. Once we get this up and running, I'm going to move it over to our documentation section. Alright, cool. So now we have that. Do a little constructor. Data. Defaults. Or data. Any. Const defaults. Yeah, I think you're going to do good, Alex. Okay. So, books. The good vibes are always appreciated. Here's the thing, man. Is I think you'll do fine. And even if you don't, even if it doesn't work out, all this is going to make it so that you do fine the next time. Like, I bet you can tell this consistent work effort how you're already getting better in a week. Alright, cool. So we have our resources model. Let's go to our resources service. This will instead return new resources. That will be of our response. Else will return an empty new. Alright, where's my music? Yeah, I need something hyphy to listen to, man. Something out of the normal. That'll be better. Alright, let's see if that... Hey, you two. Tito, get the bug. Is that Fluff? No, that's Fluff. Alright, cool, so that worked. So we just had to deploy our stuff again, and you see now we have our resources. Now before, it was going to reload resources every time we went to a new thing. Now, that's a major issue. We don't want to do that. We want it to call it one time and not have to reload it after that. So now what we're going to do is we're going to set up our child route here to, when we're on the category page, load the category page. So, but before we do that, let's go to our documentation page. And in here, this will be update resources. And this will be resources. And this will be resources. You can see I copied everything over. And this will be. And then in here, everything's going to break. And then we'll just change this to resources. And more resources. Alright. There we go. Oh, one thing we're going to take out, though, I just realized a bug is in my courses. I put a time value in here. There's no time. And then we need to go back to our course model and shared. Just remove this dash real quick. Gator! Leave the cat alone. You making a tribute page? Hey man, I appreciate it. I'll share it on the channel. One day, aspire to be like me with six-pack abs. I understand, Barry. I understand. I don't show them off too much on the channel. Some say they're myth. Some say they don't even exist, but they do. Okay, so fix that, fix that, fix that. What are you doing, big boy? You getting in trouble? Someone made a Dolan quote page, which was fantastic. Alright, take that out. Alright, so now that we've done that, the next thing we have to do is fix our child routes. And let's go and take out these imports. Six-pack of beer. Why are you gonna do me dirty like that, dog? Alright, so category component. I think this is right. H1 test. Okay, cool. So you see it's actually loading. The problem is we're not getting any data yet. So what we're going to want in here is our app header and then app topic list and then a video and stuff. So we'll do that in a second. So if let's just console.log this.category, make sure it's happening. Yes, it is. We're getting that data still. But let's go to our category real quick, and we're going to take out books. We're going to take out courses. We're going to take out books. We're going to take out courses. And then we're going to take out books. And we're going to take out courses. Then we're going to take out books. And then we're going to take out courses. All right. Cool. So now we have that. 6-pack of beer. I know that's probably a little closer to the truth. All right. Okay, so you can see we got the topics, although our array's all jacked up, so we'll fix that eventually. And then here. And honestly, I shouldn't really even be passing a full category to this. What's wrong with my app header? Let's go back to our app header. Maybe I changed app header. That wouldn't surprise her. Yeah, I did. I probably started. Yeah, I think I started to, and then I changed my mind. That's oh, that I remember why. Because I was gonna use this in other apps. I remember why now. Alright, so we're gonna have a label and then we're gonna have a description. Let's comment this out. And then where's our category component? Then up here we're gonna have a label. This will be category.label. We will have a description. This will be equal to category.descript, and then we will have a simple ID, and this will be equal to a category simple ID. Can't find a category since it is an unknown property of app header. Where are we using? We're using app header somewhere else in here. Yeah, that's all that's happening there. All right, where else? Cool. Alright, so you can see everything's sort of jacked up right here. So first thing we want to do is, now that we have our child routes working, we need to actually fix our UI. So let's go ahead and launch this. Localhost :4200. Here we go. So that's not supposed to be like that, obviously. So all of our UI has slightly changed. This is good views or documentation. So we want to go breadcrumbs, then courses and sidebar, and then this will be the part that gets gutted out, and instead we will put what are we gonna call it? We'll put main content. Alright. And when we go to here, we have our router outlet. I'll just wrap that in a div. ID equals, and let's actually change this to documentation dash content. Go back to here. Close that. And oh, actually, shit. Our header is going to be slightly off now, isn't it? This is actually main content sidebar. Documentation content. Hashtag documentation content in here. Look at it, grid dash area. So that's not exactly what I want. Like this will, I'm talking about this being right here. I want it to be right there, but I also, oh, I know, simple fix. What am I thinking? Okay, cool. So you can see we're starting to have our stuff like so. Now what we need to do is we need to fix the ID. That's why this is all jacked up. And it looks like that's gonna. Okay, so now we've done that. We need to go to our app header. And so that's just simple ID. And then we need to know in header. Let's write a simple method here. So the way I did it in category, this is what we're gonna have to fix. So what I want to do is in shared, I want to return. I'm going to create a simple service called icon service. Uh, let's actually just do this. Am I using this anywhere else? Doesn't look like it. Delete that. Delete that. Delete that. Cool. Alright, so the category, what we want, let's just call it icon classes. What time is it? 6:11. And then here, we'll simply say this dot icon classes equals get icon classes. Console.log value. Code Poppy, what's going on, man? Alright, so oh. There you go. Oh, I didn't comment it back in. That'll do it. Value is not defined. ng class can only toggle CSS class express as strings. Can you not have default values? Well, this can. So suck on that. Can I read property true? That's not fine. All right. Is this actually getting loaded? Console? You didn't download the Opera browser, did it? That doesn't even exist anymore, man. Over here frontin'. Okay, so it's a simple ID that was blowing up. Oh. Yeah, so we have a getter, and we'll just create a public get. That's where it was blown up. It wasn't. Oh, I put it backwards. Whoops. There we go. We definitely need to write some additional tests in a second here. But the good news is our layout's back, and it's much more efficient. So there's that. I'm also considering raising this up to so let's fix some of our tests real quick before I make a commit. Topic component, yeah. Category doesn't exist on documentation component.spec.ts. And here we need to instead create a resources service, and this will be resources service, and then this will be resources service mock resources. Let's all right, so what do we need? Need one of these. I'll come back to this. So now we'll have a new mock resources service. Resources service. All right, now Alex hasn't got a job yet, but he's got a second interview on Thursday. He's about to slay. I promise you that much. The young stud's paid for 2 training sessions, 2 sort of sessions. I'm looking. I think he's about to slay the game. tab items component.spec.ts. You signed up? You know what's funny is I think I even forgot. I was so stunned by how good the site looked. I don't even think I signed up now that you reminded me. Alright, alright, let's fix whatever the hell we need to fix, you know what I'm saying? I'm not sure how that broke. I don't even remember changing that. Alright, cool. What the hell did I skipped some tests for something. What was it? What was the skipped? Got it. Okay. Let's go back to here real quick. I think I want to do something. I think I want to go here. And I want to do documentation.content. So if we do something like this, and then we do something like this. How's that look? We'll play around with it. Once we get more data here, we'll get an idea. I wish I could drop some 150s on mentoring. Hey man, he's out here grinding. He's trying to do better, and he's about to get a fatty raise, hopefully. Guy's impressive. He's doing one reason I'm so impressed by Alex is he's doing what I wish I would have done at 18. Knowing what I know now, I would do pretty much exactly what Alex is doing. And that's what I find impressive about it. All right, let's make a commit. Initial refactoring for child routes. Git push. Ugh. It's like my course. So my course is about 10 hours of content. And I've already had people who did it all in a week and told me that the next week in their interviews they got their first dev job. Even though they've been interviewing for months. It's because sometimes you just got to do a combination of you need to know what you need to know. And no matter how hard you work, you got to work smart and understand where that value is coming from. Cannot match any routes. Okay, so we broke our topic component as we did this, which is expected. So we need to go back to here. Alex over here. This is also why I like Alex. Alex says, I'm going through the 100 front-end interview questions challenge course that you can get for only $9.99 in the description below. That's right, my dude. You know what? You know what? Bam, baby. Flex on him, Alex. That's some. When you come around here and you start shilling my wares, that's how you get ahead. That's how you get that moderator status. All right. All right. Documentation routes. Cool. So now, go to topic/topic ID. Let's go and take out that. Let's go ahead and go back to our app header. We got just removed some console logs right now. Oh man. Okay. Category component. We got another. Don't want to have 150 unfinished courses. I hear you, man. No judgments here, man. Alright, Alright. Okay, Tito. I feel like I've been ignoring my cats for a little bit. Come on, get up here. Alright. Alright, Stink. Alright, Stink. Stinker. Oh my god. Category component. I told one of my buddies, it's like, yeah, man, I've been really active on this video dev doc site. I think it's gonna make me some good money. Fucker says back, I don't. Like, I'm like, damn, dude, you're just gonna hit me like that? He says, boom. No chance, even. All right. Touche, touche. All right, so. Now what we have to do is we have to fix our documentation stuff. Our topics. So we're gonna start off. Not the most subtle dude. That's my former boss, man. Alright, so we're gonna need this, we're gonna need this, we're gonna need this. Alright, so previously you can see now that we have two of these. Like if we go to the array page, we have two of these. That's because we were gonna have to re-render it each time. But now that we've taken that out. Yeah, why didn't that update though? No. Oh shit. That's a bug. We're gonna have to fix this. What Ultimate Fighter analogy did I make? I don't remember that. Alright, so we have to fix this tab bug. So whenever they're right, got the skills to pay the bills, yeah. That's hey baby. So here's the thing. Let's go to our breadcrumb service. Services. Alright, let's close all this. I'm not liking what I'm seeing right now, boys. I'm not liking what I'm seeing. Damn, I just wrote some shitty. What was I? Oh, this is the mock. I was like, that mock is. Ooh. So let's see if this is getting called again and again. Alright, so it loads. We get category / JavaScript. We then get category / JavaScript / topic / array. So it is hitting it, but is our... Oh, you know what? We're not subscribing to it. We initialize breadcrumbs. We return breadcrumbs. Well, yeah, that's the problem right here. So, even though this is updating it, we're only set it one time here, which is why it's not loading and changing. So what we need to do is we have to create some sort of observable. And how do we want to do this? You know what? I'll do exactly what I did in the title service. So let's go over there. I'm going to say other devs are going to be able to submit videos to this app. I haven't decided yet. Maybe, maybe not. Not for the first iteration. Honestly, probably not. Unless it's something I completely don't know. Where's my alerts? Component alert. Services, alert service. Okay. That seems easy enough. So a couple of reasons why that may not happen. One, quality. I want to make sure I'm submitting something that I'm proud of. So like yeah, I am using YouTube. I actually created this whole video embed thing that I caught online. I found a cool cool, what do you call it, code pin of it. And so we're using YouTube video embed, and that allows us to not have to host it. We can do ads on it if we want. It comes with a bunch of functionality. So it'll be pretty cool. So now that we've done that, let's go to our breadcrumbs component. This is fine. Except we'll leave that like that, and then we'll say this dot breadcrumb service dot breadcrumb subject dot subscribe breadcrumbs So what I am expecting here is a breadcrumb array, and then we'll simply say this dot breadcrumbs is equal to breadcrumbs. So that didn't work at all, huh? Alright, let's go back to our alert service. So call alert. Yeah. So you definitely have to pay for hosting. You don't want to host your own videos. But yeah, Luke John, there is a chance that perhaps there might be a dev or two. So let's say, for instance, I'm not a C# dev, right? Where's the income going to come from? Ads. The majority of it. Almost had it. Let's try here. Console.log breadcrumbs. Or we got paid to see it? No, so it's just gonna be ads. Nothing too spicy. Okay, cool. So we have breadcrumbs. Huh. I am not sure why this isn't working. Is it working? So something strange is happening where it works after the page loads, but not on initial load. Damn. You know what? I don't think I want to do this on a net. Instead, too many crumbs, yeah. Public ng. Well, here's the thing, is that me. Alert subject, new subject. All right, that's how. You know what? Let's see if this is it. No. Damn. It's that initial load that's throwing it off. Interesting. I wonder if it's because of how this is getting created. And maybe we don't have a subscription by the time that it loads. So like what happens if we do this? Console.log. Yeah, that's what's happening. So you can see here that this is pushing before we have our setup. So I'm not quite sure how to delay that. Forcing yourself to stay away from hell of the Survival Classic. I don't blame you, man. Have a good one, Alex. Well, one sort of wonky, hacky thing we can do. We could initialize this. Because there's not really any other reason that we have a... I separated this out because it was cleaner, but realistically we could do all this. I don't think we use breadcrumbs. I can't imagine I use breadcrumb service anywhere in the app. Let me just double check. Breadcrumbs component, breadcrumbs component, breadcrumbs service, mock breadcrumbs documentation module. Okay. So let's see if this solves this issue. Where if we just did a router over here instead of this, and we took this and we did this and we did this and then we did this, is there a way to run the code line by line? Yeah, you could got it, that didn't matter either, huh? I think we just need a new lifecycle method. Angular. Would this project you're working on be intended to be worked on by more people in a business type scenario? Yeah, so probably you'd have a UI UX guy, a back-end guy, and a front-end developer. You might even have 2 front-end devs. And then you'd have someone doing the content. Let's try this one. Oh, you know what? I know why. I got a better solution. Or we don't. This goes into our constructor. Boom! There we go. And now, okay, cool. There we go. So what was happening was we were waiting for on initialization to do our sync up, and it's actually a harder dependency than that. We need to fire it off before, so you can see now we have access to it, and it's loading on the first load. Yeah, you're talking about the debugger. So, we're gonna have to clean up our tests a little bit. We found a bug in our code once we optimized it, so that's understandable. All right, so what course would I recommend? I highly recommend my front-end interview questions challenge. It'll teach you so much about your technical skills in terms of the front end, and it will help you with CSS, HTML, CSS, as well as my 100 algorithm challenge, so that you can practice. Because a lot of people, they're like, oh, I understand JavaScript, and it's like, well, can you solve an algorithm? No. All right, well, let's start there. But yeah, man, just building stuff is another thing I would say for all of you, for anyone interested, that you should do. Sets breadcrumbs. All right, so we're not setting breadcrumbs anymore. But we are returning breadcrumbs. And so here, let me go back to my alert service and see how I tested that real quick. All right, so what we're doing here, and let's go ahead and comment this out real quick. So all we should need to do here is say service dot breadcrumb subject dot as observable dot subscribe data. And then we need to pass in Dunarino here. Move this up here. And what we're going to expect is that our data 0.label. Let's see if that does it. And then we need to go ahead and throw a done right here. And we have it on init somewhere. Alright, we'll come back to that. Doc breadcrumbs component dot spec dot ts general on init. There ain't no init no more. See me delete it like it's nothing? Hey. Yeah, but we're just, so here's the thing, man. We're just at different points, right, of our journey. Sometimes people are like, yo, man, what's going on here, man? Why are you you know what, I think, so we log category JavaScript topics arrays. But you just have to understand, like, we're just at different parts of what's going on with us. That's all. So I wonder, So the breadcrumb subject. Cannot set property breadcrumbs if undefined. Cannot set property breadcrumbs if undefined. Our breadcrumbs component spec. Oh, it's because I. Alright, before we start messing with this, let's see here. So, let's go here. And then we will have a. We have to create our mock breadcrumb service. So we have our breadcrumb service, which has a breadcrumb subject. And our mock, we'll go ahead and create a breadcrumb subject as well. Alright, so that should solve some of these. Can I reproperty breadcrumb subject of null? Alright. So we fixed 2 of them. We can get rid of this one. It exists, is fine. Once you start having stuff in your constructor, no real reason for it. I think, what happened here? Returns breadcrumbs on navigation end. Refreshes. What returns breadcrumbs? Something in here blowing up? Alright. So, that's not it. Breadcrumb service.spec. Let's try this. Alright. So, let's fix our services real quick. So in here, something's timing out. So you have to sort of go figure that out next. Thought I took care of that. Yeah, it's a lot of people want to keep their shitty code around because they're like, I worked on it, but it doesn't serve a purpose, so you get rid of it. It's that simple. Okay, so Let me go look at my alert service test. Oh, you know what's different is that this is set up before this service. I wonder if that's having an impact. That's completely different. So with the alert service, there's nothing in the constructor, which makes it really hard here to test. And here we're trying to subscribe, but by the time it's on construction, let's see here. Test subject in constructor Angular. I guess I could spy. Let me see here. Ugh, it's a much worse test. Alright, let's try it. So create a spy here. Oh, you know what? This is probably what I need to do. Did that do it? Damn. Router observable. Shit. Where's my music? because it's in the constructor, I can't subscribe. Let's just see here. Okay. So it looks like I just needed to tell it to exit that one more time. Cool. I did it. Because it's in the constructor, I have to say ignore the asynchronous. Now let's go ahead and deal with this, which we'll just do some more hackerinos. Alright. So, we solved the old buggerino with this. So now this is working as we want it to. And now we have to, well, we did that. Let's do a quick commit. That's what's the funny thing, Luke John, is like nowadays people, I get asked when people interview me, like, what do you do when you get stuck? It's like, bro, I don't get stuck anymore. Like, not on this. Like, not on what I'm doing 90% of the time. Alright, so now we did that. We don't have any of that, but we do want to say that we do want a thing here. So why am I doing get stage instead of get adding? It's the same thing as far as I know. But no real reason. How would you even say that? How do you spy on the breadcrumb service? Let's try. I don't know that this is going to work. That may be something I don't know how to test. So we want to spy on a mock breadcrumb service, comma, what goes in here? What's in our mock? And we want to say just leave it. I'll come back. I'll make a note to fix it. Alright. How long have we been going? We've been going a short minute. Hour and a half. Alright. Not bad. Let's see if we can get the topic page done real quick. Okay. So first thing first. we do want a app header. But we're gonna fix that in a second. Are you a minimalist? I wouldn't say I'm a minimalist. I have a large house. But I say I'm fiscally conservative. All right, so we can get rid of these. All right, I told you we were gonna have to reload this. We don't need to do that anymore. Fix that. But I wouldn't say I'm a minimalist. Like, I save a lot of money by most people's standards. Okay, so we got rid of that. Let's go ahead and get rid of the extra sidebar. Now, and also, let's go to our Control-V. Alright, and let's go to topic service. And let's just console.log our response here and see what we get. Getting back null from our response. That doesn't seem right. All right. So, you know, it's just a good spot to end it on before I start diving down and back into the services. Alright, let's go ahead and push this up to Heroku. So that's pretty good. So our app is becoming much more performant because, and we refactored it. So now this isn't, these 4 components are its own sort of view, if you want to think of it that way. It's part of the documentation view. And now what we're going to do is take care of the, or in the future videos, we're going to take care of the documentation component, or the topic component. And once we actually have gotten this, I can actually start recording content, which is crazy. Because we've essentially built out the whole API. We even have it deployed. There's some minor stuff, like I want to do an about page, a support page, a contact page, you know, all that sort of stuff. But it in itself is one of those items where the core site is a documentation, and that page is there. We're almost there. So there's obviously always going to be more stuff to do, but we're getting very close. I'll probably work on the CRUD app this weekend and see what happens, so I don't have to do several hundred things through Postman and go insane. 38 episodes. That's right. And honestly, we'll probably get up to 75 to 100. So that's what's sort of crazy to me, is that 75 to 100 tests later, like, what is this? How to learn data structures and algorithms. Go practice them a lot. Uh-oh. detail component. We haven't refactored details or topics yet, so I can't say I'm too surprised, but I would have thought we would have got an error. Oh my god, I got so we're not gonna need this. Not gonna need that. Comment this out for now. We will need that. We won't need that. Can you tell what's that library logo that looks like an asterisk icon in violet/purple icon color? What are you talking about, man? But all right, guys. If you haven't already, check out my courses, and don't forget to check out selftaughtornot.com to get our latest podcast. Drops a new one every Monday. So I'll see you guys next time. Bye.